Hey everybody, Adam here with Hometown Acres. Welcome back. Today, we're gonna make our own business cards, and I bet you've never seen anything like it before. So in typical DIY fashion, anything we can make ourselves and have the equipment to make ourselves, we're gonna give it a shot. And I have desperately needed business cards for our firewood business for years. Now normally when we DIY a project, it's to save money. But this project is a little different. Business cards are dirt cheap. The phrase "a dime a dozen" comes to mind. The reason I want to tackle this project myself is because I want a business card that is going to stand out from the rest. You ever go to a conference or trade show and get 30 business cards that all look the same? Where do they end up? The garbage, right? At the end of the day, when somebody has 30 ordinary business cards they're about to throw away, I want a business card that screams, "Wait, keep me!" And that's why this project is starting at the sawmill. My plan is, instead of using regular cardstock that everybody uses, I want to make my business cards out of rough sawn lumber. Alright, now because these are freshly rough sawn, we're going to go ahead and give them a quick broom and get all the excess dust off of them on both sides. And then again, because these are rough sawn, you can actually see the saw teeth marks in the wood, and we want to smooth this out a little bit and make it nice for somebody to put in their pocket. That's too thin to run through the planer. We milled these at about 1/4 inch, and after you account for the kerf of the blade on both sides, these are only about 1/8 of an inch thick, so it's too thin to run through the planer. We're just going to take some 60 grit sandpaper and an orbital sander and sand these down real quick. All right, so now that we've got our blank stock all cleaned up, we're going to go ahead and put it underneath the laser engraver. And if you notice, we've got 2 pieces of blocking here. These are just 3/4 inch pieces of plywood, and we're using that to raise it up off of the table, because not only will this 30-watt laser engraver etch our logo and all the pertinent information into our business card, but when it's done, it'll actually go in and cut it out too. So we need to have this up off the table so it can blow through the material to cut the card out. And the software we're going to be using is called Lightburn. I'm not going to get too into the details because people usually are going to cook off the video as soon as you start getting into software. So we're just going to go ahead and fire up the laser and do a test cut. We'll print out 1 business card, see how it looks, and adjust any necessary settings. And then we'll go ahead and hopefully put like 9 or 12 of them on this grid. And once we get it dialed in where we want it, we'll print 10 or 12 all at the same time. So what I like to do is they have this option on here called frame, and if you hit that, it'll actually show you where the cut path is going to be without cutting. So right now I can see where that's going to cut is going to be off of the cardstock that we have there. I keep calling it cardstock, the cherry slab that we have there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take our card and move it up a couple inches and then hit frame again. And now I can see that that cut path is going to be well on our cherry slab there. So we should be good to go ahead and hit start. I'm going to go ahead and put my laser glasses on and start. Okay, so now we're at the point where all of our pertinent information has been printed onto the card. We just need to cut the card out now. And this can take multiple passes to do that. Now all we are going to be doing is running the cut path for the cutout of the card. And we're going to do that as many times as we need to until we see that laser start to blow through the other side, and we'll know we've made it all the way through. So you can tell as it goes around the corners, it slows down there a little bit, and the light gets a little bit more concentrated around the corners. So it has blown through on the corners, but we still have to get the long stretches on the tops and the sides. So we got to keep going. Okay, I think we're all the way through. So now that we know that we're happy with the way that one turned out, all we're going to do is select this one, copy it, and make about 5 to 10 more. Let's see, how many can we fit on here? Alright, and then let's get these all adjusted so they're not overlapping each other. Okay, so we got 12 set there. Let's go ahead and frame it, make sure it's all going to fit on our blank stock. And again, that frame button is right here. So I think we need to move everything up just a little bit. I think we got it. Let's go ahead and see if we can print 12 of these all at once. Okay, moment of truth. Let's see how easy these pop out. Oop, that one's a good start. All right, guys, so this is our business card now. This is what the file looked like that I created, that we started from. I created this in Photoshop, and then this is what the finished product looks like up close. Now, again, I'm blurring my last name and phone number because I don't know how many people are gonna see this, but I made these business cards yesterday, and then we actually just got back from the Paul Bunyan show today, and the feedback that I got from handing these out to different manufacturers and different vendors was absolutely outstanding. I'm gonna call this project a huge success. The first thing that happened when I handed these to people is they said, "Holy cow, now that's a business card. Is this made out of real wood?" And of course I said, "Yep, I milled it myself, I laser engraved it myself." So it's a great conversation piece whenever you're trying to make new business with people. And it also lets them know a little bit more about you, that this is the kind of stuff you're into: laser engraving, woodworking, sawmilling, all that kind of stuff. So once again, I'm very happy with how these turned out. And from the first time using them at the show, a lot of people were impressed with them. And like I said, this is a card that's going to stand out. Speaking of the Paul Bunyan show, we got to meet hundreds of you guys. It was really nice to finally put a face to some names that we see in the comments pretty regularly. You guys get to watch what we're doing here on the channel all the time. And when we go to meetups like this in the Paul Bunyan show, it's always nice to hear from you guys. And I try my best to keep my mouth shut and just let you guys talk and listen and hear what kind of projects you're working on your property, and what kind of firewood you do, what equipment you use, how many cords of firewood you make, where you're from. It just helps me get to know you guys and connect with you guys a little bit better, because right now I'm sitting here talking to a camera, which is what I do 99% of the time. So it's actually nice to get out and talk to real people and get to meet you guys. So again, any of you that were able to make it to the Paul Bunyan show, thank you for stopping out and saying hello. I hope to be able to do more of these meetups in the future. We're definitely going to do Paul Bunyan again next year. I think instead of just going one day next year, I think we're going to try to go two, probably Friday and Saturday. So mark it on your calendars now. Paul Bunyan show next year. We will definitely be there again. Anyway, I know that this video is probably kind of boring talking about business cards, even though it is kind of a unique idea. I hope you guys still enjoyed it. If you did, give me a big thumbs up, click that subscribe button, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.